I started working in the field of trademarks, it might be hard to believe, but more than 20 years ago. Initially as a USPTO examiner, and then launching my own practice and firm in 1999. Believe it or not, this beard originated not long after I started the practice, because at that time, I thought it was useful to actually try to appear older and more experienced. Now, I'm trying to hide the gray in my beard, perhaps. I don't really have to worry about appearing so experienced. And I want to just share a few tidbits and lessons that I've learned in these 20 plus years of working in the field of trademarks. The greatest thing that has happened to me has just been the tremendous joy that I get every day working with small businesses all over the country and even around the world. From mom and pop businesses to multi-million dollar international businesses, it's just been such a pleasure to work with such a wide variety and different types of businesses. And this is, become extra important to me because I'm a small business, with a handful of employees, and my wife and her brother actually own and run 2 restaurant small businesses. So small business really is my life and work day in and day out. But obviously over those 20 years, things have changed to some extent. The 2 biggest changes have been technology and the growth in brands. As far as technology, the first trademark application that I filed was actually on paper and filed by hand at the US Patent and Trademark Office. Now, of course, everything is done electronically with electronic signatures. We use apps and web-based tools to monitor things. And so the technology has changed in many ways the mechanics of doing some of the work day in and day out, but it has not at all replaced the knowledge and the decisions that need to be made. Some people question whether artificial intelligence may, reduce the need for lawyers or for trademark guidance. I think that it will have very limited impact in that manner because there's so much gray area in the field of trademarks. There's so much subjectiveness, and there's so much that experience and wisdom and having seen past decisions cannot be replaced by computers, in my opinion. I hope I'm not proven wrong, but I guess we'll have to wait another 20 years to see. The other change that I've seen is just that brands are more and more everywhere, right? If you watch a sporting event on TV, or you watch an awards show, or you even, go to a restaurant, you're just so much more likely to be bombarded with brand names all over the place, all the time. We've become completely accustomed to it, that brands interact with each other, that this thing is sponsored by this thing, and then the break in between is sponsored by another thing, and then the announcer slips in that this instant replay is sponsored by yet another thing, and it's just become second nature. But the impact of brands becoming everywhere like this is a tremendous upside for brands to get themselves out there, but it makes it that much harder for brands to be unique, to stand alone, to find a unique word, to position themselves uniquely. So that is going to be a continual challenge in the field of trademarks going forward. And as a result of these changes, and while I say, in some respects, nothing's changed because we're still applying for trademarks, providing advice about whether names are strong or unique or good, and going through the registration process, which still on average takes about a year, and still dealing with disputes, whether initiating a dispute or responding to a dispute, and going through the factors of whether or not there's confusing similarity between 2 trademarks. In all of this, there is no substitute for experience. And that's why I have found that I'm providing even better experience now, even better service now to my clients than I was 20 years ago. And it's been such a pleasure, as I said, to get to know and work with so many businesses all around the country. When I travel now for work or vacation, I often take time to meet up with clients in person. And the other real joy has been, establishing friendships and creating relationships with clients and learning from clients about how they do things in their small business that might apply to my small business. So I love sharing my passion for small business and for trademarks. If you'd like to discuss how we can work together to help work your passion for your business alongside of trademark protection with my passion, let's connect and talk about it.